Ever since the moment that our universe was created by the Big Bang more than 13.7 billion years ago, scientists have never stopped searching for answers in the process of our formation. For all the mysteries that have emerged regarding the black void that seems to surround us, that did not stop our minds from imagining the most terrifying aliens, TV shows, and science fiction concepts. Yet, as scientists venture on into the void day by day, they are only shedding more light on what is out there in the vastness of space. So today, here at Unexplained Mysteries, we'll be taking a look at some of the latest advancements in the field of space exploration. Astronomers discover mysterious 500 light-year wide void in our Milky Way. Astronomers are always uncovering something new. It is not very often, however, that you hear about a large hole in the galaxy. At the moment, astronomers are theorizing that the large void in the Milky Way is from an explosion millions of years ago. The hole is 500 light-years wide and can be found between two constellations, Perseus and Taurus, both of which are star-forming regions. Star-forming regions are essentially groups of dust and gas that we think accompany supernovas. A supernova is when a star explodes as it reaches the end of its life. It is thought that these specific dust and gas clouds, called molecular clouds, were formed around 10 million years ago. The lead author of the study, Shmuel Bayali, a researcher at the Institute for Theory and Computation at the Harvard-Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics, explained that there are hundreds of stars forming at the edge of the Milky Way void already. Bayali explained the two current working theories, saying that either a supernova went off in the center of the void and then pushed gas outward to create what is referred to as the Perseus-Taurus supershell, or it is the result of several supernovae over millions of years occurring in the similar space. Data from the European Space Agency's star-mapping Gaia spacecraft allowed researchers to map out the Perseus and Taurus molecular clouds in 3D for the first time, uncovering the huge hole as they went. Even though we knew the clouds were there, we never knew their dimensions, shapes, depths, allowing the void to go unnoticed. It goes to show that what we think we know might not quite be so right after all. James Webb Space Telescope project will map 500,000 early galaxies. Founded in 2002, the Cosmic Evolution Survey, known as COSMOS, has been running alongside the Hubble Space Telescope to try and map the skies as widely as possible, especially with respect to mapping galaxies accurately. Now, NASA's James Webb Space Telescope will run alongside COSMOS for its first year as a Cosmos Webb project. Current achievements in this sphere have been the use of Hubble to image areas of the sky as large as 10 moons wide, and then later being able to work across multiple wavelengths of light. Webb joins the endeavour and is expected to image a staggering 500,000 ancient galaxies in its first year alone, by observing the skies for 200 hours. Astronomers hope that by adding Webb to COSMOS, they will be able to extend their coverage of near and mid-infrared wavelengths and thus push the boundaries of how far away they are able to see. Scientists have also added that they hope to be able to examine the structure behind galactic formation on a larger scale than before, while also searching for the most ancient galaxies in our universe. The overall goal is to examine the evolution of the earliest stars in our universe, search for and map fully fledged galaxies, and to gain deeper insight into the mystery that is dark matter. By mapping dark matter distribution in galaxies which have existed since close to the start of time, this is another exciting area with huge potential for groundbreaking discoveries to be made. At the moment, the James Webb Telescope still has some final tweaks to be made before it becomes fully operational and part of the Cosmos Webb exploration effort. Once its mirrors are adjusted appropriately and its instruments calibrated, there is no doubt that astronomers will be able to discover previously unknown galaxies. And as a result, our current understanding of the night sky will continue to grow. Satellite spotted solar eclipse over Antarctica. A total solar eclipse occurs when the orbits of the Moon and the Earth are aligned perfectly so that the Moon is exactly between the Sun and Earth. This means that the Moon blocks the entirety of the body of the Sun and casts its dark shadow onto Earth, creating an awe-inspiring and rare cosmic effect for those viewing from down below within the shadow cast upon the planet. In the year 2020, there was one total solar eclipse, and it was visible to only a select few as the Moon's shadow landed at Antarctica and the South Pole in early December. Understandably, there are very few individuals who are optimally placed to view this solar eclipse, but that does not mean that it went unnoticed. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration's Deep Space Climate Observatory satellite, known as DISCOVER, managed to capture an incredibly rare image of the Moon's shadow throughout the total solar eclipse from its distant perspective of over 1.5 million kilometers away. The dark shadow created by an eclipse is known as the umbra, and the DISCOVER's Earth Polychromatic Imaging Camera, or EPIC instrument, was able to capture this umbra in one of the most unique solar eclipse images to exist to date. Perfectly placed at an orbital angle, even more desirable than the one that the astronauts currently in space were able to experience, the EPIC technology combined with the DISCOVER's unique position resulted in one of the most amazingly impressive space photographs taken in several years. The image is a strikingly clear one of the Earth against a pitch-black background, with a large dark blemish marring the southernmost region as the Moon's umbra made its way across, providing a perspective of the solar eclipse that few have ever experienced. The DISCOVER satellite is typically used to monitor the charged particles that compose the solar wind that flows throughout our solar system. These particles can affect us by impacting power grids and the satellites that orbit our planet, and are monitored through the use of satellites such as DISCOVER. However, luckily, this satellite is always on duty and gave us the additional benefit of a unique perspective of a rare total solar eclipse that might otherwise have gone unnoticed by all but a few fortunate individuals. The Planetary Society aptly spoke on the uniqueness of the image in a tweet that was released, saying, "It would have been a long way for most of us to travel to go to see the total solar eclipse in Antarctica this past weekend, but we'd have to travel even further to get this view. And while that is undoubtedly true, luckily for us, visible total solar eclipses do occur across parts of the globe that are much more accessible, should you wish to view the umbra of the passing moon for yourself. In fact, a highly anticipated solar eclipse will occur across Canada, North America and Mexico on April 8, 2024, should you wish to experience this amazing phenomenon for yourself. Until then, we will remain in awe of this incredible satellite image." 2021 PH27 is the fastest asteroid in our solar system. Asteroids are nothing new. They are space rocks that orbit stars and planets in our universe. Our very own Sun has an asteroid of its own. It turns out, 2021 PH27, which orbits in only 113 days. Unquestionably, this is the shortest known orbital timescale for any asteroid and the second shortest when it comes to objects in our solar system, beaten only by Mercury's immensely fast orbit. 2021 PH27 was found by Scott S. Shepard, with images taken by Ian Del Antonio and Shen-Ming Fu. Shepard stated about the asteroid, "Most likely, 2021 PH27 was dislodged from the main asteroid belt between Jupiter and Mars, and the gravity of the inner planets shaped its orbit into its current configuration. Although, based on its large angle of inclination of 32 degrees, it is possible that 2021 PH27 is an extinct comet from the outer solar system that ventured too close to one of the planets as the path of its voyage brought it into proximity with the inner solar system. It is the size of a kilometer, and its orbit is unstable, passing through Venus's and Mercury's orbits, which suggests in a few million years it will collide with one of them and be destroyed or potentially ejected from its orbit into outer space. Being aware of asteroids in our solar system is vital in order to protect ourselves from potential threats that could collide with our green planet. Unfortunately, asteroids such as this one are difficult to notice because they approach Earth during daylight hours, not during the night. Soon it will orbit behind the Sun and be unnoticeable from Earth until next year. The best thing to do is to take images near sunrise or sunset when it comes to trying to observe objects placed close to the Sun. As explained by Dave Tholen of the University of Hawaii, because the object was already in the Sun's glare and moving more toward it, it was imperative that we determine the object's orbit before it was lost behind our central star. I surmise that for an asteroid this size to remain hidden for so long, it must have an orbit that keeps it so near to the Sun that it is difficult to detect from Earth's position. Further images of this asteroid were taken using the Magellan telescopes at the Las Campanas Observatory in Chile. Astronomers are hoping that further research of this will help us understand the laws of orbit better and to discover more about 2021 PH27's personal history and where it originated. But what do you make of these recent discoveries? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comment section below and help us grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.